Time now for your forewarned weather with Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy.
Okay, welcome back to ABC4 News at 4. Alana, I've been living here for a month.
Whoa, old timer.
And it's been really hot. I mean, obviously it's summer.
Yes.
I've learned a lot about Utah's climate. Yes. Do we have a cool down coming anytime soon, though?
Gosh, you're hoping for one, right? I know, originally from California.
Yes.
Yes, and so our beach guy, well, this is the high desert, okay? So we are dealing with our heat, but don't worry. We get all 4 seasons here. We love them all.
Yes.
This one, though, has been hot and dry this summer. Very different from years past. We do have some storms out there, though, which is a win for us. We love moisture. Anytime it comes through, we begin with that live look from Utah County. Lots of cloud cover. You notice that today. That kind of also took the edge off of the heat. We started to back off. That cloud cover just means we've got a brief monsoon surge here, which is allowed for the clouds to cool us, but then also moisture potential has risen, so a few storms have bubbled up. Great shot of Mount Timpanogos. As we look at the radar here, it's scanning the region, so you know exactly where we're seeing storms. We're going to jump down south because we're watching this closely into Kanab, headed towards Zion. We've got a flood advisory in Mojave, Arizona. These storms are going to push over the state line. We know that high school football is tonight, and Washington County, I'm sure, is keeping an eye on these storms as well. Little cell towards Panguitch, jumping over to the eastern side of the state. This is where we have the most moisture potential. Over I-70, Green River, Hanksville, a lot of cloud cover. Also just north of Fairview there. Little cell popped up. Duchesne over the Uintas, we will see some storms. And then we look at the Wasatch Frontier because Tooele County has seen a few storms roll through. We're watching this cell, which had some lightning. We'll see what happens as it kind of skims the Great Salt Lake there. But any development towards Tooele County could impact the Wasatch Front. And then in the West Desert, we're right over the state line. We have seen some storms bubbling up. Satellite radar shows us that moist, unstable air mass over us the last 3 hours. And as we get the heat of the day, those storms begin to pop more. This is what I'm talking about with the West Desert. We'll see if those continue to move into Utah, and I bet they will. They'll cross I-80, and they could push, if they hold together, towards the Wasatch Front. Looking at that live picture from our Black Desert Sky Cam, noticeably cooler today in the south. Not the extreme triple digits that we've seen. Temperatures have been in the 90s, but you see a few clouds. 97 in St. George, 80s and 90s for the I-15 corridor. We've got 80s on the eastern side of the state. Four Corners, Blanding, 70 degrees. 90s for the north, 91 in Salt Lake. That's pretty close to where we typically are this time of year. 93 is our average, so just a degree or two below that with the help of the clouds. Wasatch back in the 80s. That includes Morgan, Heber, and Park City. 88 in Tooele, 92 in Ogden, and a mix of 80s and 90s in the Utah Valley area. 90s for the next several hours with isolated storm potential. Now, we could see some lightning, but because we have as much cloud cover as we do, that could be limited. We're going to see what happens, but for the next several hours, you're going to want to stay weather aware by ABC4 News at 10, low 80s with partly cloudy skies. Our storm threat holds on as we head into your Saturday. Are you ready for the weekend? I don't blame you. That general thunderstorm threat has taken over the entire state because that lingering moisture will allow for storm development, most likely over the mountains, but those storms will roll into adjacent valleys. Our Futurecast shows us the progression of these storms. Here we are by 10 p.m. Duchesne County and over the Uintas near Flaming Gorge, we've got storms. Those are going to pack some wet weather with lightning and gusty winds. Utah County also by 10 p.m. fairly active on the Futurecast model. Overnight, some nocturnal storms towards Ephraim, Gunnison, into Tooele County, and then over the Uintas. And with that lingering moisture, east of I-15 for tomorrow, the potential for storms in higher elevations and to roll into valleys definitely there. By Sunday, we're trending drier with a drier air mass taking over. Flash flood potential will be there tomorrow. It's possible for the Mighty Five and all of the recreation areas we love to visit in the southern half of the state. That includes Snow Canyon, natural bridges, the swell. Just be prepared if you are planning to recreate, stay weather aware. I'm a no on slot canyons anytime there's a little bit of rain. Isolated storms with our high sliding to the east. We get this trough, which is going to move into the Great Basin tomorrow. It will keep conditions very similar to what we've seen. The high comes back into next week, which means drier air and temperatures begin to climb again. We're going to hit average and then go above it. We don't do anything average here in the Beehive state. Above average in August, well, that just spells HOT. 90s for tomorrow with the threat of some storms, isolated thunderstorm potential. 94 in Moab, 96 in St. George. So cooling off a few degrees degrees in the south. As we look at the next 7 days, that heat comes back. By Monday, we're back into triple digits. Scattered storm potential for Washington County, and we could see another push by the middle of next week. Looking at the Wasatch Front, isolated storms with a slight chance into Sunday. Those temperatures in the 90s and climbing to the upper 90s. We'll keep our eye on next week and see if any moisture makes its way back to the Beehive State. Stay on top of the forecast by downloading that ABC4 weather app. If you have a second, just grab that phone. I know it's either in your hand or sitting next to you. You just take a picture of this QR code. It's going to take you to the App Store where you can download the weather app for free, and then you can be forewarned with your forecast on the go.